everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Project Search podcast. I'm here with myself and Juned as the co-host for today, and we have our guest Mubidi and Sajjad. Thank you for coming, Mubidi and Sajjad. How you both feeling?
Great, really excited about this.
Excited, yeah.
Glad to hear. What about you, Juned?
Yep, get started, you know.
I love the excitement. So we got some questions for you guys. We're taking in turns. Ask one of you individually, and then question we ask both of you together. So let's start off with the basic question. Sajjad, where are you working as of now?
At the Aberfield practice. The Aberfield practice is a GP surgery where I'm doing reception work and back office. And I'm also doing some promotion work while promoting the NHS program.
Mubidi, tell us about your role.
Yes, so my role is I'm the tutor at Project Search QMUL site. I am responsible for delivering the curriculum to our young and wonderful interns, and also support them on this journey of transitioning from education into employment.
How was your overall experience during your time with Project Search?
It was fun, it was enjoyable, and there was every day there was something new to be excited about. Because they had something on every single day, and that's what made it exciting. Because you don't know what's gonna come. Yeah, so that's what made it exciting.
And the tutor.
And the tutor as well. Really, of course, the tutor. Always funny, always giggly, always on our side, always wants to listen to us. So yeah.
So from your perspective, how have you seen the interns throughout the program?
I mean, the interns, obviously, I think from when we first meet them in September, a lot of them come quite anxious, quite nervous, some quite shy. Not Sajjad, obviously. Sajjad was ready to go from the get-go. But yeah, you could definitely see, I think, from in September that the interns are very anxious about this kind of new change in their life, and how they kind of how they deal with what's to come and what's in front of them. So it's important that we kind of create a very safe environment. We try to create an environment that the interns feel comfortable, feel happy, so they can do all the amazing work that they do throughout the year.
That's a great answer there, you know.
What did you learn the most from your rotations?
Never to be shy to ask for help. Because if you're shy and you don't ask for help, then the employer is gonna want you to ask for help rather than just sit there and feel confused. So that's one thing I've learned, never be shy to ask for help.
So what are some key skills you think helping to succeed in rotations?
Some of the key skills, I think, it's your kind of general, enthusiasm, excitement, I think, work ethic. These are kind of skills that we look for interns to show and demonstrate, because I think it does help with their experience on the program, especially kind of trying out different rotations and meeting different people within those rotations.
So when you're a job, that's how I felt, that excitement, guiding me through it. And he's the wise one, guys, he's experienced now as a tutor, so give it up, props to him, So yeah, perfect. So what's your favourite memory from your time in Project Search?
My favourite memory of the time in Project Search, the well-being walks, of course. even though I used to hate them, I used to enjoy it at the same time because it's a good time to have fresh air and just to get out of the building and to have fresh air. The trips.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
They were fun.
Yeah, they were fun. Yeah, the trips.
Which was your favourite?
The hotel one.
The hotel.
Oh, the hotel.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember. That's when we barely got limited halal food.
Yeah.
That was. Let's not talk about that. But I enjoyed it anyway.
I think we were.
We all enjoyed it. So, Mubidi, I've got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel seeing your former interns like us and share our journeys?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's part of this journey and part of why I really kind of enjoy and value my role, to create these relationships and opportunities for our young people. I think it's wonderful that we can still have a relationship after the program, and we still stay in contact through the alumni events that we do, and I think it shows from how excited both parties are when we come together. I definitely, from my point, really enjoy you guys' kind of company, and I'm always in awe of your growth and development, and you know how far you've gone, because I still do remember when I met you guys in September.
Mm-hmm.
So that's still quite new, and to see where you are now, it's it's amazing to see how well you have done after the program.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all thanks to your guys,
Yeah,
and
thanks.
everyone else in the team.
I think it's down to your hard work and your kind of dedication. I think we are there to be that guide, but I think it's still got to come from within, and I think you guys deserve huge credit, because you don't want to stop, and you always want to kind of excel and reach the heights that you guys set yourselves.
Yeah, that's we took the lessons, from you guys. Then we applied it to ourselves and performed 100%.
Yeah, I think also part of our roles
Yeah.
is to be kind of motivators, is to be kind of inspiration, and I do believe that you guys do take a lot of that from us and the guide that we kind of give you, and you can definitely see in terms of how excited we all are when we see each other that is definitely going in the right direction.
Yeah, a lot of things have changed, since 4 or 5 years. You was our job coach,
Yeah.
and then after junior year, then you became a tutor.
Yeah.
So can you see the dynamic has changed?
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, of course you can. But again, I think my role has changed in being from a job coach to a tutor. But I think my kind of passion and drive for wanting to support young people hasn't, and that still remained the same. And I think I had connections when I was a job coach, and I still have those connections.
So you're still a job coach,
being
even though you're a tutor?
Yeah, well, I still have those connections being a tutor, so it hasn't really changed much. But like I said, I think it comes, a lot of that does come from you guys, the interns, and you motivate us to kind of continue and want to do more and better for ourselves.
That's an excellent point you made there. Because obviously, like me, I'm now a student advocate. Years ago, I went from intern to job coach. With me in my current role as a student advocate, I'm able to still have that bit more experience and to even help out current job coaches, learn from my perspective and pass that knowledge on to the next.
Yeah, and also just to add, I think it does add value to the program. I think having you as a kind of as an advocate really kind of puts perspective into play, because the interns can kind of hear it from you, and sometimes that's always better because you've been on the journey that they're on right now. So I think having that kind of expertise and experience within the program really does shape our young people. You guys are inspiration. You are inspirations to the next kind of group of young people.
So
that
even though we've
join the
succeeded, we're still
program.
learning every day in our roles, in our everyday lives also, in general, that's what it is. We still are trying to retain our position in our roles. Not just, you just got the job, you don't sleep like that. No, you don't sleep on it, you retain it, that's it. And you squarely why you deserve that position you want to retain. That's to go on for years, you never know. And
One thing I've learned about working in the GP practice is that the first 2 placements were in admin, but it was in your own pace. But whereas in the GP practice, it's a fast-paced job, and you have to be on your toes all the time. And there's patients coming in and out, and you have to try and keep track of all the patients that you see, what you're doing at every one time. Because in the GP surgery, if you get something wrong, it will go on the patient's record, and then that will be on the patient's record for life. So in a GP surgery, you always have to be on that mind, and I've learned how to navigate that and how to be careful and control that. So, and then now it's just became like walking the park for me.
Yeah, I think that's a very good point, but I think it's also important to remember, obviously within the program, obviously you have the rotations that we do, the 3 different rotations, and I think they really do shape and help you pick up really key skills that will help you in your kind of future job. And I think that always needs to be celebrated. So yeah, I think that's why when you do go into work and you do face these challenges, I think you deal with it naturally a little bit better because of the experience that you have from the the rotations that you've done.
Yeah.
So tell me, so how has project search impacted your confidence in the benefits?
That's a really
When you say massively, how massive?
So before I joined Project Search, I was worrying about, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? How am I going to work like that? How am I going to? But since I joined Project Search, and by doing the 3 rotations, by me doing the rotations, I've seen actually, you know what? It's not bad at all. Project Search showed me and always calmed me when I always got nervous. They always calmed me down, and they showed me the right way of how to do things. Whether that's the job called visiting me at work or in the base room, they calmed me down and they showed me the right direction, which has helped me a lot, and it made me more calmer and more successful when I'm actually at work.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, it's a good one.
It's a good one, I can relate to that, At first, you're obviously, it's normal, you feel like nervous, you're starting a new chapter, you just left school, you're trying to get into the working real world now, and obviously you've got job coaches that are around you, support you, that make you build that confidence, So I remember when I was on my first rotation on my first day, so I remember this man was like backing me, I was like, because I was like, I don't know how to approach the patients, so I worked in GP surgery, do this practice. I said, no, I can't do this. And he sat me down, it's like a boxing match. He'll give me that pep talk, like, I won't forget the quotes. I think, this is not who you are. It's like, go with the flow, be patient, just be calm. I'm right behind you. And that's what it is. That you're trying to get a job. And I remember that's the wise man, that's why you're the wise man. After that day, I called you wise man. And thanks to you, I've got into that job. Without you, bro, what am I supposed to do?
I think you would have still got that job, or even maybe something better or greater, because it's credit to you and how you are as a person. I think the sky will always be the limit, but again, it's part of the responsibility that we have as educators, as program leads, as job coaches, to kind of support and shape in any way that we can to get you to show your best. And that's something that kind of I live by, is to try and get the best out of our young people.
That's your living, man.
Yeah, and we work with a diverse kind of group, and sometimes we have to tailor the support accordingly. But I believe it's so important, with the young people that we work with, that we put in that time and that effort to really help them shine. Exactly.
I have to say, from April to now, me working at GP practice, I've got a hand on most of the stuff now, and I can check in patients. I can check in patients. I can look on the consultation. I can book the doctor's appointments now. I can do a lot of stuff now.
Yeah.
So in April, I didn't have a clue how to use this, but now. It's become more easier, and it's helpful when I have colleagues and managers that always say, never be hesitant to ask for help, because we're always going to be there to help you. This is the time to learn, and they're always reminding me this, and that helps a lot as well. So yeah, from April to now, things have changed a lot, and I'm able to do that. And another thing my manager picked up as well is, they said, because none of my colleagues can speak that good of Bengali, and when they saw me speaking Bengali with the Bengali patients, they clocked that and they were like to me, Sajjad, that's a really good skill, I really like that, keep up the good work. They actually came up and said that. That motivated me more to, because when I was speaking to them in Bengali, I was thinking to myself, man, I like to speak to them in Bengali. And those thoughts kept going through my head, but after my shift finished, they told me that they were really impressed, and they said, yeah, as long as they get the service they're happy with it, and they said that's a really good skill to have.
That is excellent. Juned, you've been bombarded by the Bengal customers. How's that for you?
Honestly, 60%. I only understand my area because there's a lot of areas that speak it from Dhaka, you know, like it's like, even though other like areas, you know, maybe, yeah, of course, it's part of your job, it's part of it, as long as you understand that you know. But if you're not sure what you're doing, like my colleagues can speak Bengali than me, so yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, I think that's about it. That's what I would say.
Excellent. This is to both of you. If you had to describe Project Search in 3 words, what would they be?
3 words.
Yeah, 3 words. About Project Search.
Life-changing, opportunities, passion.
Joining Project Search, you opened up lots of doors, so
Okay.
So,
And,
yeah.
and these are the 3 key points that we have progressed in Project Search.
So what advice would you give to someone who is just starting their journey in Project Search?
always be open-minded. Always try new things, and just work hard. And the one thing that I did when I did my 3 rotations is I followed a slogan called "Dress smart to be smart." So I dressed in, because I'm into admin. I always used to come in, even when I come to Project Search, dressed like an administrator. And that made me, you know, think that I'm working in admin all the time, even though we were in the history. So that was my way of working and my way of dealing with the situation.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say open-minded. I think it's really, really important, especially with the kind of you know, in the line of work that we do. I also think you know, respect is really, really important. Respecting your peers, respecting your job coaches, respecting the staff. I think that's a really, really important point to always remember. And I would also add kind of positive attitude. You know, because I think that takes us a lot further than a lot of us sometimes think. Just by having that positive attitude towards certain outlook of life, whether that be in opportunities with rotations, whether it's the curriculum, the base room, the on-site team. I think you know, it puts everything in perspective.
Agreed.
My advice is like, yeah, of course, be yourself and open-minded. Just don't follow other people's footsteps. Obviously, follow your own footsteps, follow your own guideline where you're going for. But of course, it's your job coach that they'll guide you. But you don't have to follow the others that in the class that what is their goals are. So I would say don't try to chase their ones, chase your own. You know, and at different level also, and become your own island of relevance.
Yeah, you said that before.
I think you made a really good point. You go be yourself. You don't expect anyone to be anyone they're not. I think we need to celebrate that we are unique. We need to celebrate that we are different. You know, and we can still achieve greatness. We can still achieve whatever we want to achieve. And I think that's a really, really important kind of thing to remember.
From me, believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, and don't let anyone try to stop you. You set your own destiny. Any other business?
Any other business? I'm always happy to kind of spend time with you guys and to see you guys and to see how well you've come in your journey, how well you've grown as you know, young men. So again, this is what kind of makes me happy. This is what makes me kind of stay in this job and keep, you know, pushing myself. Is when I see you wonderful people being the way you are, and you're all very unique to one another. You're all very different, but I love the unity and the respect that you have for one another. I think
Off the
I really
record,
appreciate that.
off the record, the best thing about Project Search was a coffee machine.
We did invest in a new coffee machine just because of you, Sach.
Yeah.
Also, just to add, kind of follow-on service and Chi and her involvement in terms of your journey and how far you guys have come. I think that's really, really important, because it's one thing kind of getting a job, it's another thing maintaining that job and staying in that job. And I think Chi
Like I said
does
earlier,
an amazing job in terms of supporting you after the program. So credit to her.
I'll be working my socks off in that TP practice, and it's just gonna feel like.
No, you should.
I'll come to the door, let me know, yeah? I'll come to the door.
Yeah, you should let that kind of knock you down or, bring you down. But keep your chin up and keep going.
Trust the process.
Yeah. Trust the process. Yeah.
But yeah, I think you've earned it. Like, the time will come.
Yeah.
Went to concert, met one of my favourite artists, and
Oh, yes.
met him, so one of the goats, and even singing most of the crowds. First time going to a concert, like under my money, and I don't go to concert like that, but when it's certain artists I like, that who I look up to so much, I go to that and meet and greet, that's worth it. So yeah,
it is.
That's the moment I'll never forget. That's gonna stay the rest of my life. Recently got my new hours, so working like more 3 days, sometimes maybe 4 days overtime, or training months more POTs related. It's been going well. Even getting feedback from patients a lot, That's the main thing, So we do review feedbacks from the practice and the staff. So yeah, I think I've got like probably around 10 of them now in total.
It's also good that we're doing something outside of Project Sajjad as well, like some challenges. Like I've even accomplished the biggest challenge when I finally went to a WWE event in the O2. Seeing John Cena live in the wrestling ring. Yes, look, for the first time and by far the last time. So the first time and the last time seeing John Cena, like it felt so surreal because as a long-time wrestling fan, like I've always wanted to go to an atmosphere like that, and I thought I would never do it. Like just like I thought I would never just like I thought in my wildest dreams, like I've always wanted to work in Phoenix, and I finally got that. Goes to show you that when you want something, it's there.
You get rewarded in the end,
Exactly.
You work and you get rewarded.
There's no saying that good things happen to those who wait. And the other one is that another goal would be you got your new working hours, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just looking forward to my appraisal. And with that appraisal, they can help me get access to a lot more things that I can do with Project Surge, with Phoenix College, and also with me also being the National Educational Union member. That makes it basically I feel much more stronger that I can I see good things coming my way.
Good on you. It's really important. And it's good that you do things outside of Project Surge, outside of the program, that you enjoy for your own sake. Because again, that's really, really important. That you do have a social life. You do have kind of hobbies that you're interested in and you like and you enjoy. So that's just as important as kind of having a job, getting a job.
Exactly.
Because it's really important that we look after our kind of well-being and general mental health. So yeah, it's really, really important to stay positive.
Exactly.
Yeah, and keep pushing yourself. And you've done wonderful, all of you, to keep pushing yourself and always want more and better.
Wow. Well, you know what? We're nearly gonna end this video. Bonus question would be: do you acknowledge him?
You are not the tribal chief.
You're not the wise man, you're a traitor. You're a traitor. You betrayed me. This is a bomber. This is a bomber. You're a traitor.
This is the blue part.
Yeah.
Blue part. Alright,
Yes. Alright, thank you guys for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode and we look forward to seeing you on the next one. Until then, have a good day.
Peace out.
Have a good day.